Okay, welcome everyone to Business Propel Masterclass. Today we have a webinar called Making Your Business Future Ready Through Technology with MTN Consulting and Manjula. Hi Manjula.
Hi Phil.
This webinar is part of Business Propel Masterclass, and today we will be talking about everything technology, cloud, etc. So just a little bit about Business Propel. To get started, Business Propel is the next evolution in business assessment tools, offering an end-to-end view. This tool will shape your business for success. Leaving no stone unturned, this application will help you assess and refine your current methods to ensure your business is operating and performing in an optimal fashion. My name is Philip Paresis, and I am the Digital Manager and Community Manager for Business Propel. I want to remind everyone that on the right-hand side, you have your chat, questions, and polls. Please interact with us as much as possible. The chat, everyone can see your chat. Everyone on the webinar can see your chat. Questions are private, so only we can see your actual questions. And we will be running a poll very soon, so please look out for that popping up. Inside Business Propel, you can do a diagnostic, a technology diagnostic, to see how you rate compared to other businesses in Australia. And if you're really technology ready, so please have a think about logging into businesspropel.com.au and doing the technology diagnostic. So what's in the technology diagnostic? Information and communication technology can help your business be successful in many ways, but just as importantly, poor implementation technology can not only cost you money, but may put your entire business at risk. The Business Propel Diagnostic helps you outline the steps you need to take in order to devise a comprehensive technology plan. And for example, one of the questions we do ask in the diagnostic right now we'll pull up as a poll. So one of them is, how do you budget for your technology needs? So please, everyone, if you have a look at the poll right now, the answers could be: our budget does not include investment in tech. We have budgeted for some expenditure on tech. Our budget includes plans to invest in tech. Investment in tech is a major part of our budget. So I'll give everyone a little bit of time to complete the poll. The right-hand side, before we jump into the next poll. Okay, great. Interesting results. So we'll jump into poll number 2 for the day. So poll number 2 is, to what degree is technology relevant to your business strategy? All right. So to what degree is technology relevant to your business strategy? The possible answers are: tech has no part in our business strategy. Business strategy includes some plans to use tech. Tech is an important part of our business strategy. And every aspect of business strategy relies on technology. Give it a couple of seconds to go through. Great, we'll discuss those poll results in just a second. But as you do the diagnostics in Business Propel, especially the technology diagnostic, you'll actually get results and action plans. So basically, it will help you get better in your technology and what you need right now. And of course, you can add your own action plans. If you work with someone like Manjula, for example, he will give you customized action plans to add into your Business Propel product in order to help you solve all your technology issues and where your company can go and can grow with technology. We'll jump into the poll results now. Manjula, what do you say with these poll results? So basically, it looks like how do you budget for technology needs? It seems like 60% we have budgeted for some expenditure on tech. Is that about right? What you see in businesses right now?
Yeah, Phil, I think that's definitely what I'm seeing in the market at the moment. But that's where there's an opportunity for businesses to potentially look at a greater spend on technology to get a bigger competitive advantage. Also, I think for some businesses it's more relevant than others, but it is very much working with a technology partner like myself to understand where you should be at from a benchmarking point of view to understand how much more or less that you need to spend on technology.
And that leads us into the next poll perfectly. To what degree is technology relevant to your business strategy? And it seems like 66% is tech is an important part of our business strategy.
Yeah, I mean, technology is part of everyone's everyday life at the moment. And so it is very important for getting daily things done. But how important is that in your own business really depends on what you see as technology playing in your business today and in the future. So it is about understanding what that future looks like and getting yourself ready for that.
Excellent. And the formal introduction now, Manjula, you're Managing Director of MTN Consulting, and just a little bit about you. Your experience consulting with more than 15 years experience in managing and delivering large business transformation and IT projects. Is that right? Welcome to the webinar.
Thank you very much, Phil. Thanks for having me. So thank you, Phil. So I might take over from here. And in terms of this topic for today is really making your businesses future ready through technology. So what I'm hoping to cover today is understanding how you as a business look at technology and how it plays a part in your business today, and how you need to get your business ready for the future based on emerging and current technologies that are available. So the first thing that we need to understand is really developing a technology strategy for your business. Where you are today, you need to understand how much technology do you have in your business, and how relevant is technology to your business, and developing a roadmap that will help you to get to where you need to be from a technology involvement in driving growth in your business. So in considering a technology strategy, you need to first of all understand what do your customers want and need from you. So based on that, you should use technology to sort of help you deliver that customer value. So looking at technology and how it's been used outside your industry or outside your current business domain is very helpful in sort of understanding how you should position yourself in the technology roadmap. Also, keeping up with understanding of the technology trends that are current and emerging will help you understand how your business might be impacted with the technology that's coming up. We should also always remember that technology should help drive business growth. So when you're investing in technology, you want to be investing in technology that gives you a return on investment. So it's very important that that happens. So the main point to consider is basically you need to understand the customer and use technology to deliver value to your customer.
And that's a very important point, technology to deliver value. But there's so much technology out there, so many different choices small business, medium business can make. It does become a bit of a minefield. That's right. That's why you bring experts like MTN into the picture. To actually help you decide, because they've gone through the process with multiple businesses. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. And to be honest, the businesses and business owners are in the day-to-day operation of the business, that they can't necessarily all the time look into the future and see what the customers want in 5, 10, 15 years from now. So engaging a partner like ourselves help you to look at into the future and understand a little bit about how different customer trends and technology trends basically impact your business, and how you need to adapt and shape your business to meet that demand.
Great. And then talking about MTN Consulting, we will have a special offer during the end of this webinar. So everyone, please stick around for that. You don't want to miss out.
Yeah. So I guess in terms of having that technology transformation, there are certain things that you need to sort of consider in your business. When you're going through a technology transformation journey, you have a lot of stakeholders that you impact, including your staff, you as a business owner or a founder, suppliers and vendors, and also clients and customers, how they interact with it. So these are all considerations that need to be made in developing a technology roadmap and a strategy. So if we look at staff would be concerned about job security, retraining, reskilling, upgrading their skills. As a business owner, you'd be very interested in the return on investment, but it's also about understanding competitors and whether the competitors will gain an advantage over you if you haven't implemented certain technology, or if you can gain an advantage over competitors with use of certain technologies. For suppliers, there is certain considerations around ability to meet demand, the data and the relevance and accuracy of data, and the integration of the supplier systems into potentially cloud-based systems. And for customers, of course, it is about meeting their needs and understanding how customers would like to interact with you and your business. So being able to deliver to the customers what they want, I want to know what is an open restaurant right now that's near me, is important, because then that to me is real time and gives me what I want to know and is relevant to me right now. So what are the current and emerging technology trends? So today there is a lot of technology that's out there in the market, but some of the key sort of technology trends that are happening is websites and mobile apps, data analytics and big data, cloud-based computing, and robotic process automation. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail around each of these technology trends and look at how we can apply this into your businesses today. So with websites and mobile apps, they have been around for a little while. Data published in ABS in 2017 show only 50% of all businesses have a web presence at the moment, which is quite hard to believe at the moment, because there's a web and internet is such a dominant feature, and 99% of the population actually have access to internet now. Yeah. So it is still a huge opportunity and a market out there to sort of dominate and have a market share through online and mobile application. And again, looking at mobile applications, in 2017, there was 2.2 million mobile apps in the App Store. Now, if you're developing a mobile app to your business, how do you make your mobile app relevant in that 2.2 million? And how do you make your customers want to and continue to use that application, and therefore generate revenue to your business? So it's really about not just understanding that the technology is there, but how do you use that technology to monetize and generate revenues for your business? And it is very important that we understand that, and we can help you do that. Data analytics and big data is a massive area of growth in technology today. And data is the new currency of business, where knowing about the customer and knowing real-time accurate data about the customer is absolutely critical for businesses, small, medium, and large enterprises. And the more you know about the customer, the more you can shape your offerings to meet their customer needs, and more relevant your offerings are to them. So data analytics, basically an example here is a catalog based on mobile app used to measure how much time a customer might spend on a particular page. And that can be then used and mined to help understand the customer was really interested in what was on page 14, and then therefore give them offers that are relevant to that particular product or service. So that's a practical application of what data analytics can do, but this is going to be a more growing market in the future in terms of practical use.
Yeah. And many companies think they don't have data, But in reality, even the old traditional bricks and mortar stores have a lot of data. What customers have come in, what they've put traditional lay-bys, for example, now Afterpay. There's all this information that's stored in maybe sometimes it's just the staff that know people that walk in. That's still data. It's how you take that and put it into an online element, which is just as important for any small business.
Well, that's right. I mean, if you think about a business that has an asset that is not being used, you would never leave that asset unused in a normal traditional physical sense. But data is an asset for business, and if you don't know how to use that asset to generate more revenue for you as a business, then it is a wasted opportunity. And I think that's, to your point, Phil, really understanding what data do you have available and how do you actually use that data to help drive and create more opportunities for you as a business.
Great, completely.
So the other couple of points that I want to sort of cover here is around cloud computing. So cloud computing has been around for a number of years now, but effectively it is giving access to computing power and applications that traditionally used to be only available for enterprise businesses like SAP and Siebel applications, which are expensive and takes long time to implement. Nowadays, you can go online and look at ERP or HR or CRM applications that are completely hosted on the cloud, and so at a fraction of a cost and at a fraction of an implementation time. So this type of technology is now being made available to small and medium businesses that basically want to compete with those large businesses, and having this available means that there is really no barrier to entry. Robotic process automation is another up and coming technology that's quite relevant to businesses today, because particularly businesses that have simple processes that can be automated, RPA is going to allow businesses to get a lot of benefit and time saving, and allow people to focus more time on delivering high value items to their customer, rather than doing mundane invoice processing and other sort of activities that might not be as relevant to the customer as other offerings that you might have through your business. So what are, as business owners and managers, what can you do using this technology? It's really about understanding how is technology working for you and your business today, and what are the areas of improvement and opportunity, and how can you actually develop a roadmap that gets you to where you are on par or leading against your competitors. And that can be done in various ways, but effectively by looking at the data, looking at the technology, and doing a diagnostic through Business Propel and other tools, we can help you to sort of map out what that roadmap looks like, and then work with you in the coming years to sort of help you integrate newer and more emerging technologies. So in any digital transformation, there's always risks and issues. And so having a professional partner like MTN can help you to navigate those risks and issues and understand how you can mitigate or avoid those risks. So there's a number of other emerging technology trends that are happening that you need to be aware of. And even if you're not looking to implement these technologies, it's important you understand what they are and how they may be used in the future, either through your competitors or even in your own business. And one of the biggest emerging technologies is hyper-personalization. So basically, hyper-personalization is using user data to make an experience even more relevant and more meaningful to a customer than what we do today. So everybody likes to go to a cafe that knows your favorite coffee or knows your name. It's something like that, but in a more technology driven environment. So Netflix is an example here where it's basically using the browsing data of the customer to make recommendations on what they might enjoy watching. And that's kind of scary and at the same time very exciting.
Why they keep you addicted to their shows and coming back to Netflix every night. Huh?
That's right. And looking at that, how can that be relevant to you as a business, and how can it be leveraged to help you drive growth? You can easily see what that might look like. But in order for you to be able to do that, you might have to have some foundational technologies that help you get there. Internet of Things, IoT, is again has been around for a little while, but now is emerging to more mainstream. And that's basically technology that is using traditional everyday things like your fridge or your roads or your cars, and connecting those objects to the internet. And by doing so, allowing sensors that are embedded to those objects to send information to the cloud and making real-time decisions that create a response. So basically an example of that is smart speed bumps that are being currently trialed at the Curtin University. That technology is basically using sensors on the road to detect speeding vehicles and creating a dip automatically on the road to slow down those vehicles as a smart speed bump. So you can see that again, as a business, how can you make use of this technology? How can you leverage this to help you understand more about your customer, and how can you deliver value to your customers?
And again, as I think we mentioned previously, that it's not only for big business, the Internet of Things. I can just imagine my fridge telling my personal trainer what's inside and what I've been eating, for example, pulling out and having, like, drinking, etc. And then, that same information can be recorded from my Fitbit to my health fund, for example. So my the price of my policy go up and down through the year depending on how healthy I can be. It's how scary it can get, right?
Oh, absolutely. And it is scary, but it is also important to be aware of it and excited about it, because it can throw up so many new opportunities, right? What are the other new revenue streams that you can generate out of knowing that data?
I agree.
Other technology trends that are up and coming, drones and robots have been around for many years, but it is now being used more and more in a commercial context. Amazon is now trialing delivery of packages via drones automatically. I watched a video of that, which is basically like a 15-minute delivery time between door to door, which is very cool. Chatbots, again, computer programs that hold a vast amount of knowledge and data, and it uses artificial intelligence and neural networks to basically learn more about that knowledge, and then learn how to respond more effectively to inquiries that are coming in. So as chatbots are becoming more increasingly sophisticated, you're going to have knowledge management tools being replaced by chatbots, and even potentially in the future, call centers and contact centers being replaced by chatbots. And even right now, today, you can create Facebook chatbots that basically interact with your customers automatically. So you have a 24-hour customer service even when you're closed for operation. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality are technology trends that basically allow digital world to be immersed or engaged in the real world. So virtual reality is technology where the user is immersed into the virtual world, and you're shut off from the real world. Augmented reality is somewhat different in that the digital world is actually triggered in the real world. And by putting markers and triggers within the real world, you can basically embed digital data and cause programs to basically interact with the user. And you can already do that through mobile applications and your iPhones and iPads. And in the future, you'll have smart glasses and Google glasses and things like that that basically allow you to do similar things as well. So again, as a business, some of the things that you might want to think about is how can we leverage this. AR-based training is becoming very, very prevalent. So medical industry, for example, is using AR to train doctors and surgeons without having to actually operate on a patient. Mechanics are using AR to help train the junior mechanics around how to fit out a car without having manuals or someone there to teach you, by just wearing smart glasses. So it is becoming more important as business owners and businesses to actually understand how this type of technology can be embedded into your business, and how important that would be in the future will be time will tell. I've also included in here a couple of other more sci-fi like technologies, but in reality, this is not sci-fi. This is real, and this is happening today. So mind-computer interfaces are effectively creating an interface between human mind and the brain to the computer without ever having to actually talk or type anything into the computer. And so this technology called Alter Ego was developed by MIT, and basically allows you to wear that around your ear, and the sensors in the earpiece basically detects your thoughts, and those thoughts that can be then translated into computer searches, which then allows you to the computer to whisper the answers into your ear, which is quite amazing when you think about it. And the example here, the user wearing that earpiece can then use that to play chess with the robot and actually win the chess game through just doing Google searches through your earpiece, and you're creating a smarter version of yourself by doing that.
Very impressive technology.
Yeah, absolutely. And quantum computing, again, the concept of quantum computing has been around for a long time, but we are now becoming closer and closer to achieving that reality. And quantum computing, once it's achieved, will basically give a far greater amount of computing power and capability to businesses and users that will revolutionize the way that we do computing today. So research is still ongoing around this area, but it is important that you are aware of it and understand what it is. So Phil, it's fine to see that there's all these emerging technologies, but what do you actually do about this? So it's important that you're aware of these emerging technologies that we covered in today's webinar. It's important you understand how your competitors are using emerging technologies and be prepared to act. So Kodak is a very good example of how they were not really ready to understand how the digital revolution would impact their business. Mm-hmm. And they were not able to then adjust their business model to meet that demand. So it's really important as business owners and business managers and leaders to understand how technology will impact your business and how competitors will grab market share out of your business if you're blind to it. Also looking at overseas markets are very helpful in terms of looking at US, Europe for guidance on how those markets are adapting technology, and using that lessons learned in Australian market is another useful tip for Australian business users. Developing a technology strategy will definitely help you to position your business better in terms of your technology spend and your business growth, rather than just investing in technology haphazardly. And really just in terms of implementing technology, don't just implement technology, but implement a change plan and a transformation plan that takes care of all of the change impacts and issues relating to your stakeholders. Prepare your managers, staff, and other stakeholders on the technology journey. Plan ahead, plan to succeed. Use the data to make it more relevant to your customers and consider how to use data to grow your business. Use the mainstream technologies to help drive business growth and get in front of your customer, and also start to experiment and innovate through emerging technologies on how you could use those technologies in creating a competitive, unfair advantage to your business. So that finishes my webinar, Phil. I hope everybody enjoyed, and I think we want to talk a little bit about CBIT and the activities that we are doing there.
Yeah, so as we all know, CBIT is one of the biggest technology conferences in Australia and the world. It does have a worldwide roadshow that goes to every country, and there's a lot of technology there. And if you do want to go to the CBIT conference, we did promise you a special offer. So if you use the promo code CEXH18, you get a 10% discount in any of the conference registrations. So obviously the exhibition is free. To come talk to technology providers, you can come see us, Business Propel, and of course MTN Consulting. But if you do want to go to any of the conference registrations or any of the series in the conference, you can get a 10% discount.
And to webinar participants today, we are pleased to offer you a 10% discount on any MTN Consulting or technology projects that you'd like to take with us, and just mention this webinar at the time of booking, and we'll be happy to pass on that discount to you.
Yeah, and even if you're looking at the replay, please don't hesitate to contact MTN so we can have that discount still.
Yep, absolutely. And also come and say hello to MTN Consulting at the stand C15 during the CBIT conference. We would love to see you and discuss with you what your technology challenges are today. And as a thank you, we will give you a free consultation of 1 hour to sort of discuss further your technology challenges and what you'd like to achieve through technology. At the CBIT conference or outside it, we are happy to sort of work with you on that. And of course, as a further thank you for seeing us at CBIT, we'll give you a further 5% discount on any MTN engagement.
Great. Thank you so much, Manjula, for joining us today. We will also be at CBIT as Business Propel at B32, so please come see us. If you want to take advantage of MTN's offer and have a chat about where your technology is going and not being sure if you should take this path or you need someone to actually just discuss it, I highly recommend you do take some time to talk to Manjula, as you mentioned, free for 30 minutes. If you do want to take advantage of that right now, you can put in the questions on chat, say that you're interested, and we'll get in contact with you and we'll connect you with Manjula directly to organize meetings. And of course, you can find MTN Consulting on Business Propel under the consultants. So it's businesspropel.com.au/consultant MTN Consulting, and you'll find all the details there. And of course, you can contact Manjula directly, MTN Consulting Pty Ltd, and you can see his email there and his phone number, which is 0400310476. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the webinar, and thanks for being a part of Manjula.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you for having me, and thanks to Business Propel for the opportunity as well.
And guys, we will be having another webinar coming soon that you will be getting receiving emails for. And the next webinar is called How to Avoid Business Failure. So hope to see you then. Thank you very much, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Thanks.
Thank you.